Sairam to all. Today's lesson is creation. It's very interesting topic and most people want to know about how they have come from, where they have come from. Some people say it's through science, some people say it's through spirituality. But today I'll be talking about the basic creation mostly from Vedas and Sathya Sai Baba. It's a vast subject, but simply put it in start with the primals. There are five primals: the primal truth, primal wish, primal intention, primal will, and primal sound. We shall briefly explain all about this. But first, let us understand what does the primal means. Primal means Adi, the beginning, the first, foremost, and the origin. Number one, primal truth. The first and foremost primal is primal truth. It is the basic of entire creation. But then we do really understand what is truth. What is truth? Some believes truth is a fact, what you see, what you hear, touch, taste, or smell. Is it not the truth? But things change in our senses. Okay, let's move on. Maybe truth is honesty, what you speak. Of course, honesty is a part of truth, but it is not the whole truth. Truth is so much more, something greater. If you look into the letters of truth, that itself will give you the idea about what is truth. T stands for Tat. In Sanskrit, it means that or God. R stands for real, what truly is, exists. And U stands for unchanging. It always remains the same. Now, what is that truly exists, remaining always the same? That's God. Really nothing else. The world is always changing. It's keep on changing. Let us see the world then and now. What we used for transportation in the beginning for our legs. Now we got some domesticated animals that we're using and then built the cars. Now we are using aeroplanes. Maybe sooner or later we'll start using the rockets and space and ships. Today we enjoyed masala dosa for breakfast like a king. Yummy, yummy. Smells really good. But tomorrow it's rotten, spoiled, and no one even wants to smell it. But it is good for the manure, but not for our body. See, the food is changing. Now let us look at mankind. We too are always changing, never the same. We started off as a small newborn baby, then left with the become a toddler, then a kid, then a boy or a girl, then a teenager, then young adult and an adult. Then we become old and older. And finally we dissolve into the elements which we are made up of, always changing. The nature is always changing. One day a tree is cut down and made it into books and a pencil. So the nature is always changing. The real meaning of primal truth is God. God alone exists because He is always there, always the same, never changing. He is the creator. He is the creator of all. The nature, the universe, all human beings are created by Him. And now the doubt is, how did this creation happen? In the beginning, wow. It all began with the primal wish of the primal truth that God has a wish, or you can call it a desire, the first desire from the primal truth. It is a second primal called the primal wish. The primal wish is there was no one to know me, so I created myself to love myself. This is the first thought of God to create, to know, and love. And what is the basis of this desire? This is our third primal. Primal intention. God, who is love, wants love. Actually, what do we want? We want to love too. After all, we are made up of His image. Okay, I'm getting beyond myself. We will talk about it later. It's enough right now. Everything in creation wants love. Why? Because God is love and love is God. God's love, it's so wonderful. God's love, it's so wonderful. God's love, it's so wonderful. So wonderful, God. The whole purpose of creation is for God to love Himself. There is no one else. God alone exists. Once the primal wish and the primal intention came out, automatically the primal will come out. I am one, let me become many. This is the first sankalpa or divine will of God. Things began to pop out. The first to pop out was the primal sound. Om. The sound or the vibration of creation. With that resounding primal will, let me become many, everything started beginning. Om came out, the primal sound. Along with Om, the Gayatri, the Shakti of Om began manifesting various parts of creation. Wow, everything is came from Om, Pranava. But we will get to that in another class. Let us review the summarize the five primals. First, foremost, the primal truth, God alone exists. Then the primal wish, there is no one to know me, so I created myself to love myself. Then the primal intention to love. With that love manifested, I am one, let me become many. With that will, the primal sound came, Omkara. From there our creations begin, expands and continues forever. Hope you enjoyed this small presentation. Please think about it. That is called Mananam, contemplating on what you learn. Then your understanding will increase. Till next time, be safe, be good, stay home, stay happy. Sai Ram.